Okay, so here we are on a train to Auvers-sur-Oise. It leaves from Gare du Nord and it takes about 40 minutes. Nice new looking train, massive train, about 40 different carriages by the looks of it, although no toilets on it. So that's something to bear in mind. Go at Gare du Nord or wait until you get to Auvers-sur-Oise. You also need to be careful of the platforms at Gare du Nord. While it says that train H or Ash is 30 and 31 platforms, you do have to look on the board to find the right platform for you for the train to Auvers-sur-Oise. There are 14 stops on the trip and none of them particularly long in between stations. Here's the route that I took from the station through the nice little village of Auvers-sur-Oise, through a park and up to the river. Once you've crossed the river, you can go all over the place looking at all of the different Van Gogh sites, from his house to his gravestone. And in the distance across the river you will also notice the church in Auvers-sur-Oise that Van Gogh painted. As you walk around Auvers, there are lots of, as you can see in the background here, boards pointing to where Van Gogh did some of his paintings in the area. There are lots of walks around here, lots of planned walks, and the town itself is extremely well signed in terms of all of the different Van Gogh connections. However, what I would recommend, initially at least, before you set out on any of the planned hikes, is to just wander around because there's so much to see here. It does seem a bit strange and maybe even a bit disrespectful that everybody in the cemetery is concentrating on just one grave when there are many other people buried there too. And it's also nice to see signs of life like lizards. It's a cemetery that is still in use today. There are even other famous artists buried in the cemetery as well, but definitely worth a visit. Once you've had enough of all the Van Gogh sites, and maybe even grabbed a bite to eat, there are plenty of hikes in the area. Here's the one that I chose, which goes along the north bank of the river and heads up to L'Île Adam, which is another pretty little town. You can get the train back to Paris from there, or you can stay on the south side of the river and head back towards Auvers-sur-Oise, or you can go from the station at Mériel. Alternatively, you can stay on the river and head up as far as Beaumont, or you could stay on the north side of the river and you could loop back to Auvers-sur-Oise. Lots of options.